Hi vlog, long time no see. I haven't filmed in literally months, I think. But I thought it would be fun to film this weekend because Michael and I have a few activities planned. We are gonna be building this aquascape. So we got this like old vintage butter churner and we're gonna put all these plants in it, and then eventually we're gonna put some shrimp and little tiny nano fish, right?
No nano fish.
No nano fish?
Just a cherry shrimp jar and maybe some snails.
Ooh.
It's gonna be a fun project. There. Hi guys.
Help me decide what purse. Okay, this one. Okay.
I see it. Okay.
This one. Kind of cute. Or brown, but my shoes have black in them, so.
I think the second one.
Second one. Okay.
First one's too dressy.
Okay. I agree. I feel like it's cute. Okay, anyways, we're gonna go to the fish store. This is what we're gonna be using to fill, my brain, I can't. Guys, I'm about to start my period, and so my brain is like not there. Anyways, we are gonna put an aquascape in this. It's an old butter churner from, do you know when? Does it say?
I mean, 1900s for sure, but it's the coolest part about it is that the brand is Daisy. It's D-A-Z-E-Y, and the top part is shaped like a D, and it's literally got, I don't know if they can see it, show them the daisy flower. I gotta drive. This was like the best brand that made them. There were a few brands that made butter churners like this, and
Back in the day.
there's this wood-handled crank.
So
you can
cool.
see the
We good.
too much horsepower in this.
He was saying it has this handle to like churn the butter. I actually kind of want to try to churn butter before we fill it.
So.
Robbie, my little brother, used to make homemade butter. He'd put it in a container and he'd just shake it for like 15-20 minutes and we'd have fresh butter. So this thing makes me think of him. We've arrived at Aquatic Critter. Guys, this is definitely the best fish store in Nashville. They have such cool fish and really cool coral too. And
just cool people, like very knowledgeable.
Very
people,
helpful.
Clean environments, and they take care of their stuff. So, big shouts out, Aquatic Critter. Shrimp butter jar. Shrimp churner. No.
We are now headed to go and get some food because we are starving, and then we're gonna go straight to our house, and there's this road next to our house that has like a little creek, and we wanted to pick one of the rocks to put inside of our aquascape because I feel like that'd be really sentimental.
It's a shrimp churner.
So yeah, that's the plan, and I'm gonna also show you the house because
butter shrimp jar. I like that better.
Because there is quite a few changes.
Shrimp.
So we just got to V's Kitchen, and my favorite burrito place in Nashville is right next door, and it's just so hard for me not to go to it when I'm right next to it. It's called Baja Burrito, if anyone has been there, and if you haven't, go. When you're eating out and you're trying to hit your proteins is always ask for double chicken, double steak, whatever kind of protein you get them. I think this one is so cool because it kind of looks like a cowboy boot. Michael accidentally cracked it, putting a rock in. Babe, yeah. Oh no, that sucks so much. You guys, we literally found this at like an antique like show. Oh, So unfortunately, like you saw, our tank is cracked now. Michael was trying to put a rock in it and he accidentally cracked it. So the good thing is that we've found this antique brand online and we can just buy that same exact jar and just replace it. So we will continue this whole aquascape when that arrives. But we are still going to take some of our favorite rocks for when we're ready to create the tank.
I'm so sad.
So I just got to the house and I don't remember the last exterior update that I gave you, but here it is. I still have a few issues with the paint color. In person, the main color of the house can look a little bit pink, and it's really only when it's like overcast. Like right now when it's really sunny, like I think it looks good, but I just have like that feeling that it could be better. And you guys, paint is so hard because you do like a little sample board, it never really comes out how it's gonna look when it's like on a giant wall or whatever piece of the house. And then in every different angle it looks like a completely different color. So like this side of the house, you know, compared to the other side of the house, it looks completely different. So paint is just so hard and nearly gives me an aneurysm. Like we were out here for so long, took us so long just to even decide on these paint colors, and I still just want to tweak it, but I don't think we have to tweak it yet. I think we can finish the house, move in, maybe live in it for a little bit, and then change it, especially just because it's so expensive. Like it's a pretty big home, so it costs a lot to paint the entire exterior of the house. So we'll see. And then also eventually I might want to add a third texture to it. Like I want to do brick with like a little bit of stucco or like sloppy mortar on top of it, because I feel like it just needs another texture because there's so much of what you call is hardy board, which is this right here. So those are just like a few notes that I have so far. But before I show you the inside, this is the backyard. I don't know if you remember, but there was like a pool right over there, and it was kind of like resort style where it was like it was shaped really interestingly, and there's a slide coming down and like all these like rocks and everything. And so we actually decided to fill in that pool, and we're just gonna make this like a big strip of grass. And over there where you see the tractor and the big mound, that's actually going to be a greenhouse with a little duck pen on the other side. I don't know when I'm gonna getting ducks, but I have convinced Michael to let me get ducks at some point in my life. So I'm gonna build a little duck pen on the other side of the greenhouse, and I want to do the base of the greenhouse matching the stone, and then I'm gonna do like the all glass walls, obviously because it's a greenhouse. And then over here I'm gonna do raised garden beds with this stone base. And then over here I'm probably going to do like a little koi pond and like a little like, you know, cute chair or whatever to hang out in the garden. That way the ducks can also go swim in the pond with the koi fish. But all of this right here is just going to be grass. Like this will probably be like where our kids are playing, like, you know, kicking soccer balls, throwing footballs, whatever they want to do. Yeah. So the first room I'm going to show you is our mudroom slash scullery. So we have the most beautiful cabinets that I've seen in my entire life. Literally the word to just describe this like countertop cabinet combo is just like yummy. Like it's just so good. And then these actually fold in, and then I can push them in if I just don't want them out. So that's really cool. They obviously still need knobs. So we actually didn't have a farmhouse sink in the original plans. However, there was an issue where the sink was just a little bit too skinny and like it wasn't functional enough, so we turned it into a farmhouse. And then this wall is going to be my absolutely favorite because, so right here, these are little bins where I'm going to store produce like apples, onions, potatoes, that kind of thing. And then these shelves, I'm going to have jars of my dried herbs for teas and things like that. And then This right here one day will become a like clear glass fridge, where you could see like all the produce and stuff like that in it. But for right now, since we don't have any children yet, it is just a cabinet, and that's what made the most sense for us. Plus we saved a good amount of money not doing that fridge right now. There's also another really cool feature in here. So this is actually a doggy gate, because we always let them in through our side door, and sometimes if they're muddy or wet, I just like to contain them in an area. And so we had them install these doggy gates, which I think are awesome. And we were trying to decide what to do for the actual gate, because we didn't want to just do like straight cabinet. And so we came up with this mesh cabinet design, which I think is just a really cool feature, rather than doing like rods where they feel like they're in jail. And as you can see, we have the floors laid, but we are trying to decide which grout, and I'm leaning towards this one, which is half buff white sand. This was another option, which definitely gives like a softer look, but I just think it's a little bit too dirty feeling. And this one is just a hard no, like absolutely not. No way. So I think we're gonna go with this grout color. I really wish I could show you the main kitchen, but it is literally all taped up right now, but you'll see that soon. Right now, all of our cabinets are taped up because they're about to start paint. So I really wish I could show you, because it's just so beautiful, and like the texture, the color, the stain we chose. But another cool new thing is the fireplace. So that giant box is literally gonna be our entire fireplace, and it's going to be wood burning, since obviously we live on a property with tons of trees, so we'll never run out of firewood. And just having like a crackling real wood fire, I think is just so cozy and homey and grounding. And then is going to be the same stone as the outside. All right, so now we are in the master. This is what the master used to be. It used to end right at this wall, or right where this fireplace is, was the entire room. And so we actually added on and created an addition, which is where the bed is. So this will now turn into like a little seating area. I'll probably do laundry here and stuff like that. This is actually a dual side fireplace, which is really cool. And we were literally going back and forth with so many different ideas on what to do with the fireplace, and just some cost-effective things. And so what we came up with is, I found a really cool picture of like an all wood fireplace, and since this is a flame box, you actually can have that kind of detail, which is cool. However, I think this wood is pine. It's a cheaper wood that's a lot softer, that you could not put on floors because of how soft it is. And so we decided to wrap our fireplace in that, and I asked them to do wire brushing to give it this like cool, just earthy, organic texture. And then we're going to stain it a dark color that matches our master bathroom, which I'll show you in a second. All right, so entering the master bathroom, this is Michael's toilet room, and my toilet room is all locked up right now. These are actually stain ready doors and casings. So I'm so excited to have stain doors in the bathroom. It's gonna be absolutely stunning. This right here is my vanity section. You can't really see the whole thing, but I really love the detail of it just being like this area that's like encased in wood. It just makes it feel really cozy. And while Michael and I were staying at the Amangani Hotel in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, they had a similar design to this, and I just loved how like, I don't know, just cozy and mountainy it felt. And so I wanted to kind of do something similar. But you guys, this wood is like just, oh, it's so good. It's probably my favorite wood in the entire house. It's a really cool texture and just a really beautiful, beautiful brown. It's a little bit lighter and more warm in person, but I'm obsessed. And then this side is Michael's vanity. And instead of like a makeup station, he just has cabinets where we can store linens and towels and things like that. And then I'm so excited about this shower. It's kind of hard to show you because of lighting, but we did pebble tile, or I don't know, floor, I guess, pebble floor. I think these are like actual real pebbles that have been smoothed down. And then we have this beautiful niche all the way across so I can light all my products. And then everything is very symmetrical, so his side has the exact same thing. I really wanted to have a window in the shower because I think it's just such a vibe. Like, you can kind of see the trees through there. I just can't wait to take all this window film off. And yeah, I just think it's really peaceful and grounding. Back wall tile is like this really cool textured material. I really wish you guys could see the front door right now, but I think they took it out because they made some things wrong, so they have to make some changes and then they'll bring it back. But it's an all glass front door, so you'll just be able to see the beautiful view of the trees. And like I said, this entry floor is going to be that same stone I showed you in the scullery slash mudroom. So this is one of our guest bathrooms, and this is the only bathtub of the house. And I just really love this like moody vibe. I think that this dark tile is just so pretty. And then these brown walls. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna show you today. I think next steps for the house is just to finish paint. They gotta put in lighting. They gotta put in the floors. They're doing all of the hardwood floors last because they are finished in the warehouse. So they actually did all of the texturizing, so like the wire brushing and things like that, and all of the stain in the warehouse, and then they're gonna bring it in here. So that's the last step so that they don't get ruined by workers coming in and out. And then I think we need a few countertops. I think the kitchen countertop and one in our bathroom, our master bathroom. And we do a whole checklist, like a little punch list of things that need to be changed, just like little things. One of my friends brought me some of her extra seedlings, and I'm going to plant some of these in the bin. And these over here are actually strawberry plants, and I got them from a market next to my house. So you can see all the cute little sprouts coming up. They're so cute and little.
Whenever you're lonely, just pick up the phone and call me. I'll be there. Girl, let me show you, you're my one and only.
So I showered and dried my hair. I don't know why, but my hair still feels like greasy up here. I think that maybe I put my hair mask a little too high on my head in the shower, and I just like didn't wash all of it off, because as I was drying my hair, it just like wouldn't dry, and so it just feels like heavy and kind of like over conditioned. So I might just end up throwing my hair up in a ponytail all week. But anyways, so Michael is about to get home from the gym, so I'm gonna get started on dinner. I'm making this like beef pesto pasta. It's gluten-free spaghetti pasta. This is my favorite brand ever, and the ingredients are, it's like literally two things: organic brown rice flour and water. Love it. It also tastes a lot like real pasta. Like, you could hardly even tell. Doesn't break apart like Bonza or whatever that brand is.
I told you, I'll be there. And if you get blue, I got the loving for you. Yeah, I'll be there. Your heartache, it kills me, but your loving, it thrills me.